terrible racket on the piano? Yes, I did. He smiles his shy smile, and I melt. Terrible racket. I'll be sure to email Miss Kathy and let her know. My piano. He said, yes. Aspen, Colorado? I grin at him. That was your money. You and your eye rolling. Whispers as he runs his hand. Won't it take hours to get to Colorado? I asked to distract. My husband has a jet. How could I forget? His hand continues to speak. Taylor drives us onto the tarmac at SeaTac and around to where the GEH jet is waiting. The weather and in my soaring suit, tousled t-shirt and black jeans. Not CEO-like at all today. He takes my hand as knuckles. I grin at him. Good surprise? I hope so. He smiles warmly. What? Sawyer leaps out from the front and the door. Taylor opens Christian's, then retrieves our cases from the trunk, waiting at the top of the stairs when we enter the aircraft. I glance into the cockpit and see First Officer Bailey flipping switches on the imposing instrument panel. Christian and Stefan shake hands. Good morning, sir. Stefan smiles. Thanks for doing this on such short notice. Christian grins back at him. Our guests here? Yes, sir. Yes? I turn and gasp. Kate, Elliot, Mia, and Ethan are all smiling and sitting in the cream-colored leather seats. Wow! I spin around to Christian. Surprise, he says. How? When? Who? I mumble inarticulately, trying to contain my delight and elation. You said you didn't see enough of your friends. He shrugs and gives me a lopsided, apologetic smile. Oh, Christian. Thank you. I throw my arms around his neck and kiss him hard in front of everyone. He puts his hands on my hips, hooking his thumbs through the belt loops of my jeans, and deepens the kiss. Oh my. Keep this up, and I'll drag you into the bedroom. He murmurs. You wouldn't dare. I whisper against his lips. Oh, Anastasia. He grins, shaking his head. He releases me, and without further preamble, stoops down, grabs my thighs, and lifts me over his shoulder. Christian, put me down! I smack his behind. I briefly catch Stefan's smile as he turns and heads into the cockpit. Taylor is standing at the doorway, trying to stifle his grin. Ignoring my pleas and my futile struggles, Christian strides through the narrow cabin past Mia and Ethan, who are facing each other in the single seats, and past Kate and Elliot, who is whooping like a demented gibbon. If you'll excuse me, he says to our four guests, I need to have a word with my wife. Christian! I shout. Put me down! All in good time. I have a brief view of Mia, Kate, and Elliot laughing. Damn it! This is not funny. It's embarrassing. Ethan gawks at us, mouth open and utterly shocked, as we disappear into the cabin. Christian closes the cabin door behind him and releases me, letting me slide down his body slowly, so that I feel every hard sinew and muscle. He gives me his boyish grin, thoroughly pleased with himself. That was quite a show, Mr. Gray. I cross my arm and regard him with faux indignation. That was fun, Mrs. Gray. And his grin widens. Oh boy, he looks so young. Are you going to follow through? I arch a brow, unsure how I feel about this. I mean, the others will hear us, for heaven's sake. Suddenly, I feel shy. Glancing anxiously at the bed, I feel a blush steal across my cheeks as I recall our wedding night. We talked so much yesterday, did so much yesterday. I feel as if we leaped some unknown hurdle. But that's the problem. It's unknown. My eyes find Christian's intense but amused gaze. I'm unable to keep a straight face. His grin is too infectious. I think it might be rude to keep our guests waiting, he says sulkily as he steps toward me. When did he start to care what people think? I step back against the cabin wall and he imprisons me, the heat from his body holding me in place. He leans down and runs his nose along mine. Good surprise. And there's a hint of anxiety in his voice. Oh, Christian, fantastic surprise. I run my hands up his chest, curl them around his neck, kiss him. When did you organize this? I ask when I pull away from him, stroking his hair. Last night, when I go to sleep, I emailed Elliot and Mia, and here they are. It's very thoughtful. Thank you. I'm sure we'll have a great time. I hope so. I thought it would be easier to avoid the press in Aspen than at home. Perhaps he's right. If we'd stayed in the Scala, we'd have been in prison. A shiver runs down my spine as I recollect the snapping cameras and dazzling flashes of the few photographers Taylor sped through this morning. Oh, we'd better take our seats. Stefan will be taking off shortly. He offers me his hand, and together we walk back into the cabin. Elliot cheers as we enter. That sure was speedy in-flight service, he calls mockingly. Christian ignores him. Please, be seated, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll shortly begin taxiing for takeoff. Stefan's voice echoes calmly and authoritatively around the cabin. The brunette woman, Natalie? Who was on the flight for our wedding night, appears from the galley and gathers up the discarded coffee cups. Natalia. Her name's Natalia. Good morning, Mr. Gray. Mrs. She says with a purr. Why does she make me uncomfortable? Maybe it's that she's a brunette. By his own admission, Christian doesn't usually employ brunettes because he finds them attractive. He gives Natalia a polite smile as he slides in behind the table and sits down facing Elliot and Kate. I swiftly hug Kate and Mia and give Ethan and Elliot a wave before sitting down and buckling up beside Christian. He puts his hand on my knee and gives it an affectionate squeeze. He seems relaxed and happy, even though we're with company. Idly, I wonder why he can't always be like this, not controlling at all. Hope you packed your hiking boots, he says, his voice warm. We're not going skiing? That would be a challenge in August, he says, amused. Oh, of course. Do you ski, Anna? Elliot interrupts us. No. Christian moves his hand from my knee to clasp my hand. I'm sure my little brother can take you. Elliot winks at me. He's pretty fast on the slopes, too. And I can't help my blush. When I glance up at Christian, he's gazing impassively at Elliot, but I think he's trying to suppress his mirth. The plane surges forward and starts taxiing toward the runway. Natalia runs through the plane's safety procedures in her good, ringing voice. She's dressed in a neat navy short-sleeved shirt and matching pencil skirt. Her makeup is immaculate. She really is quite pretty. My subconscious raises a plucked to within an inch of its life eyebrow at me. You okay? He asks me pointedly. I mean, following the high business? I nod. I don't want to think or talk about Hyde, but Kate seems to have other plans. So why did he go coastal? She asks, cutting to the heart of the matter in her inimitable style. She tosses her hair behind her as she prepares to investigate further. Eyeing her coolly, Christian shrugs. I heard his ass, he says bluntly. Oh, why? Kate tilts her head to one side, and I know she's in full Nancy Drew mode. He made a pass at me, I mutter. I try to kick Kate's ankle beneath the table and miss. When? He glares at me. Ages ago. You never told me he made a pass at you, she splutters. I shrug apologetically. It can't just be a grudge at the back, surely. I mean, his reaction is way too extreme. Kate continues, but now she directs her questions at Christian. Is he mentally unstable? What about all the information he has on new grades? Her grilling Christian this way makes my hackles rise, but she's already established that I know nothing, so she can't ask me. The thought is annoying. We think there's a connection with Detroit. Christian says mildly. Too mildly. Oh no, please give it up for now. Hyde is from Detroit too. Christian nods. The plane accelerates, and I tighten my grip on Christian's hand. He glances at me reassuringly. He knows I hate takeoffs and landings. He squeezes my hand and his thumb strokes my knuckles, calming me. What do you know about him? Elliot asks, oblivious to the fact that we're hurtling down the runway in a small jet about to launch itself into the sky, and equally oblivious to Christian's growing exasperation with Kate. Kate leans forward, listening attentively. This is off the record, Christian says directly to her. Kate's mouth sets in a subtle but thin line. I swallow. We know a little about him, Christian continues. His dad died in a brawl in a bar. His mother drank herself into oblivion. He was in and out of foster homes as a kid, in and out of trouble too, mainly boosting cars. Spent time in juvie. His mom got back on track through some outreach program, and Hyde turned himself around, won a scholarship to Princeton. Princeton? Kate's curiosity is piqued. Yep, he's a bright boy. Christian shrugs. Not that bright. He got caught, Elliot mutters. But surely he can't have pulled this stunt alone, Kate asks. Christian stiffens beside me. We don't know yet. His voice is very quiet. There could be someone working with him? I turn and gape in horror at Christian. He squeezes my hand once more but doesn't look me in the eye. The plane lifts smoothly into the air, and I get that horrible sinking feeling in my stomach. How old is he? I ask Christian, leaning close so only he can hear. Much as I'd like to know what's going on, I don't want to encourage Kate's questions. I know they're irritating Christian, and I'm sure she's on his shit list since Cocktail Gate. 32? Why? Curious, that's all. Christian's jaw tightens. Don't be curious about Hyde. I'm just glad the fucker's locked up. It's almost a reprimand, but I choose to ignore his tone. Do you think he's working with someone? The thought that someone else might be involved makes me sick. I mean, this isn't over. I don't know, Christian answers, and his jaw tightens once more. Maybe someone who has a grudge against you? I suggest. Holy shit. I hope it's not the bitch troll. Eleanor? I whisper. I realize I've muttered her name out loud, but only he can hear. I glance anxiously at Kate, but she's deep in conversation with Ellie, who looks pissed at her. You do like to demonize her, don't you? Christian rolls his eyes and shakes his head in disgust. She may hold a grudge, but she wouldn't do this type of thing. He pins me with a steady gray gaze. Let's not discuss her. I know she's not your favorite topic of conversation. Have you confronted her? I whisper, not sure if I really want to know. I haven't spoken to her since my birthday party. Please, drop it. I don't want to talk about her. He raises my hand and brushes my knuckles with his lips. His eyes burn into mine, and I know I shouldn't pursue this line of questioning right now. Get a room, Elliot teases. Oh, right, you already have, but you didn't need it for long. Christian glances up and pins Elliot with a cool glare. Fuck off, Elliot, he says without malice. No, just telling you how it is. Elliot's eyes light up with mirth. What do you know? Christian murmurs sardonically, raising an eyebrow. Elliot grins, enjoying the banter. You married your first girlfriend. Elliot gestures at me. Oh shit.
However, it
Where is
wasn't
this
all
going?
one-sided between the Romans and the Sam Knights. The Romans did suffer an embarrassing
Christian
defeat
kisses
at the
my hand
Battle
again.
of the Caldine
No.
Forks.
Elliot laughs and shakes his head. I flush, and Kate slaps Elliot's thigh. Stop being an ass, she scolds him. Listen to your girlfriend, Christian says to Elliot, grinning, and his earlier concern seems to have disappeared. My ears pop as we gain altitude, and the tension in the cabin dissipates as the plane levels out. Kate scowls at Elliot. Is something up between them? I'm not sure. Elliot is right. I snort at the irony. I was Christian's first girlfriend, and now I'm his wife. The 15 and the evil Mrs. Robinson, they don't count. But then Elliot doesn't know about them, and clearly Kate hasn't told him. I smile at her. She gives me a conspiratorial wink. My secrets are safe with me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be cruising at an altitude of approximately 32,000 feet, and our estimated flight time is 1 hour and 56 minutes. Stefan announces, you are now free to move around the cabin. Natalia appears abruptly from the galley. May I offer anyone coffee? She asks. Chapter 13. We land smoothly at Starty Field at 12:25 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Stefan brings the plane to a halt a little way from the main terminal, and through the windows I spot a large VW minivan waiting for us. Good landing. Christian grins and shakes Stefan's hand as we get ready to file out of the jet. It's all about the density altitude, sir. Stefan smiles back. Bailey here is good at math. Christian nods at Stefan's first officer. You nailed it, Bailey. Smooth landing. Thank you, sir. She grins smugly. Enjoy your weekend, Mr. Gray. Mrs. Gray. We'll see you tomorrow. Stefan steps aside to let us disembark, and, taking my hand, Christian leads me down the aircraft steps to where Taylor is waiting by the vehicle. Minivan? Says Christian in surprise, as Taylor slides open the door. Taylor gives him a tight, contrite smile and a slight shrug. Last minute, Christian says, immediately placated. Taylor returns to the plane to retrieve our luggage. Want to make out in the back of the van? Christian murmurs to me, a mischievous gleam in his eye. I giggle. Who's this man? And what has he done with Mr. Unbelievably Angry of the last couple of days? Come on, you two! Get in! Mia says from behind us, oozing impatience beside Ethan. We climb in, stagger to the double seat in the back, and sit down. I snuggle against Christian, and he puts his arm around the back of my seat. Comfortable? He murmurs, as Mia and Ethan take a seat in front of us. Yes, I smile, and he kisses my forehead, and for some unfathomable reason, I feel shy with him today. Why? Last night? Being with company? I can't put my finger on it. Elliot and Kate join us last as Taylor opens the lift gate to load the luggage. 5 minutes later, we are on our way. I gaze out the window as we head toward Aspen. The trees are green, but a whisper of the coming fall is evident here and there in the yellowing tips of the leaves. The sky is a clear crystal blue, though there are darkening clouds to the west. All around us in the distance loom the Rockies, the highest peak directly ahead. They're lush and green, and the highest are capped with snow and look like a child's drawing of mountains. We're in the winter playground of the rich and famous, and I own a house here. I can barely believe it, and from deep within my psyche, the familiar unease that's always present when I try to wrap my head around Christian's wealth looms and haunts me, makes me feel guilty. What have I done to deserve this lifestyle? I've done nothing except fall in love. Have you been to Aspen before, Anna? Ethan turns and asks, dragging me out of my reverie. No, first time. You? Kate and I used to come here a lot when we were teens.
Not
Dad's a
being
keen
the
skier.
aristocrats,
Mom,
they were
less
still
so.
citizens. And some
I'm
of them
hoping my husband
were
will teach me how to ski.
influential and wealthy.
I glance up
So
at my man.
there was a huge
Don't bet
diversity
on it.
within the
Christian
plebeian
mutters.
class.
I won't be that bad.
You could indeed
You
be
might break your neck.
rich
His
plebeian.
grin
And you
gone.
could
I want to argue
this
and
could
sour
depend
his
on
good
what you
mood,
did for a
so I
living
changed the subject.
or how well your business
How long
was
have you had
performing,
this
of
place?
course.
Nearly 2
The
years.
clasp in these
It's yours now too,
plebeians
Mrs. Gray.
was the
He says
slave
softly.
class.
I know.
Slavery
I
is
whisper.
something that goes hand in
But
hand
somehow
with
I don't feel
history.
the courage of my
Some
convictions.
firmly believe that
Leaning in,
slavery is
I
something
kiss his
that has
jaw and
existed
nestle once
alongside
more at his
civilized
side,
human history
listening to him
since
laugh
the
and joke with
Neolithic
Ethan and
Revolution.
Elliot. Mia
Certainly
chimes
in
in
the lands of
occasionally,
the European
but Kate
classical
is quiet,
cultures, there
and
is
I
record
wonder if
of
she's
slavery
brooding about
going
Jack
back to
Hyde
the
or
Mycenaean
something
Greeks.
else.
One of the more
Then
famous
I
stories
remember.
of a slave class
Aspen.
in classical
Christian's
antiquity
house here
is
was
the story
redesigned
of the
by Gia
Mycenaean
Mateo and
Hellenes
rebuilt
under
by
the rule
Elliot.
of the Spartans.
I wonder if that's
Something
what's
that we first
preoccupying Kate.
introduced back in
I can't
episode
ask her,
7 of the
wondering what
Patricians.
could be bothering
The
her,
plebeians could
and
exploit
resolve to
the
ask
wealth
her
of
when
their
we're on our own.
expanding society.
We drive through the center
By
of Aspen,
conquering
and
new
my
lands,
mood
the
brightens as I take in the
enslaved
town.
populations
There are
to
squat
help
buildings of
grown
mostly red
citizens to
brick,
protect and
Swiss-style
expand their own
chalets,
wealth.
and numerous little turn-of-the-century houses painted in fun colors. Plenty of banks and designer shops, too, betraying the affluence of the local populace. Of course, Christian fits in here. Why did you choose Aspen? I ask him. What? He regards me quizzically. To buy a place. Mom and Dad used to bring us here when we were kids. I learned to ski
If you were a slave,
and I like the
you
place.
could have had a
I hope
bad
you do
life,
too.
and also depending on who
Otherwise,
your master
we'll sell the
was,
house and
you could
choose
have
somewhere
had a
else.
reasonably comfortable
Simple as
life.
that.
It may
He
have
tucks a
suited
loose strand of hair behind my ear.
where you simply
You look
work
lovely
all day
today,
without any
he
responsibilities,
murmurs.
and at the end of the day,
My
you
cheeks
fed
heat.
and clothed
I'm
and
just
slept
wearing my
comfortably
traveling
each
gear,
night.
jeans and a
You
t-shirt
may
with a
well have
lightweight
been
navy
able
blue
to live
jacket.
with your family or
Damn it.
enslaved
Why does he
together,
make me feel shy?
working for the same citizens.
He kisses me,
and being
a tender,
treated well.
sweet, loving kiss.
Slavery may not have necessarily meant a bad
Taylor
life.
drives us on out of town,
However,
and we start
of
to
course,
climb
there
the
was
other side of the
another
valley,
reality.
twisting along a mountain
Slaves
road.
would have been
The higher
treated
we go,
worse than animals
the more
by some
excited I get,
masters,
and
you
Christian
couldn't
tenses
pick
beside
your
me.
master.
What's wrong?
If you were a
I
captured
ask as we
foreigner
round
from
a
a land
bend.
recently conquered
I
by the
hope you like
Romans,
it.
you
He
may
says
have been
quietly.
transported back to Rome,
We're here.
where you would have been taken to a
Taylor
marketplace,
slows and turns through a
stripped
gateway
down
made
in
of
front
gray,
of wealthy
beige, and red
citizens,
stones.
assess your
He heads
physical
down the
condition,
driveway and finally
making
pulls
it
up outside
to be
the
your
impressive
master.
house. Double-fronted, with high-pitched roofs
The more
and built of
desirable
dark
you were,
wood and the
the
same
higher
mixed
price you
stone
would
as the
fetch.
gateway. It's stunning,
Likewise, if you had a
modern
skill,
and stark,
you would be
very
valued.
much Christian's
If you had
style.
intelligence, you might be a tutor to
He
the
mouths
children
at
of
me
your
as our
master.
guests start
You
piling
may
out
have
of the
had a
van.
craft which enabled
Looks
you to
good.
create goods that could be
Oh,
sold to bring extra
he's about to show me his
Female
science project
slaves
or
would
something.
have made excellent
Mia runs
company.
up as if he's about me his
Female
science project
slaves
or
would
something.
have made excellent
Mia runs up
company.
the steps to where a woman stands in the doorway.
Helping them to cook,
She's
tend,
tiny, and her colored hair is dusted
Some
with gray.
slaves would have been
Mia flings her arms around her
musicians
neck and hugs her
providing
tightly.
entertainment.
Who's that? I
Others
ask,
would have
as
been
Christian helps me
physically
out of the van.
intimidating and the perfect
This is
protective
my wife,
slaves in
Anastasia,
effective combat with
Christian
each
says
other,
proudly.
or even
His tongue caresses my
active
name,
combat
making my heart stutter.
animals.
Mrs. Gray.
Some slaves
Mrs. Bentley
would be
nods a
trained
respectful
so that the
greeting.
drama of washing
I hold out my
paint
hand
would
and
be
we shake.
exhilarating for the
It's no
audience.
surprise to me that she's much more
Best
formal with Christian
entertainment
than the rest of the
involved the
family.
slaves wearing an
I hope
armoured
you've had a
outfit,
pleasant flight.
being trained to
The
use
weather
a
is supposed to be
skilled
fine
sword
all
or
weekend,
gladius.
though I'm not sure.
Therefore, these
She eyes
experts
the darkening
would be
gray
called
clouds behind us.
gladiators.
Lunch is ready
Some
whenever you want.
gladiators would achieve
She smiles
notoriety for
again,
their
her
ability
dark
to
eyes
entertain
twinkling,
crowds, becoming
and I warm to her
desired and
immediately.
admired competitor
Here.
of the day.
Christian grabs me
Crowds
and
return
lifts me
home,
off my
the
feet.
gladiator
What are you
to
doing?
return to
I
his slave
squeal.
encampment.
Very
As he
nice
was just a
place.
slave.
I glance
There
around
would have
to
been
see
no
Elliot
reason
helping
for
Taylor
Roman
with our
scribes to
luggage.
have had
I
any
wonder
interest
again
in
if she
him
knows that
than
Gia had a hand in
for
this
what
place.
entertainment he could
Tour?
provide them with.
Christian asks me, and whatever was going through his mind about Mia and Ethan is gone. He's radiating excitement. Or is it anxiety? It's difficult to tell.
When we look
Sure.
at what Spartacus achieved,
Once again, I'm overwhelmed by the wealth. How much did this Place 4 bedrooms upstairs, each with an ensuite bathroom. The master suite is something else. The bed is huge, bigger than the bed at home, and faces an enormous picture window looking out over Aspen and toward the verdant mountains. That's Ajax Mountain, or Aspen Mountain, if you like. Christian says, eyeing me warily. He is standing in the doorway, his thumbs hooked through the belt loops on his black jeans. I nod. You're very quiet, he murmurs. It's lovely, Christian. I'm aching to be back at Scala. In 5 long strides, he's standing in front of me, tugging at my chin and releasing my lower lip from the grip of my teeth. What is it? He asks, his eyes searching my gone, and I'm facing my lost boy. Believe me, Christian, please. I whisper and clasp his face, pulling his lips to mine. He groans, and I don't know if it's hearing what I've said or his usual primal response. I claim him, my lips moving against his, my tongue invading his mouth. When we're both breathless, he pulls away, eyeing me doubtfully. When are you going to get it through your exceptionally thick skull that I love you? I ask, exasperated. He swallows. One day, he says. This is progress. I smile and am rewarded with his answering shy smile. Let's have some lunch. The others will be wondering where we are. We can discuss what we all want to do. Oh no! Kate says suddenly. All eyes turn to her. Look, she says, pointing to the picture window. Outside, rain has started pouring down. We are sitting around the wood table in the kitchen, having consumed an Italian feast of a mixed antipasto prepared by Mrs. Bentley, and a bottle or 2 of Frascati. I'm replete, and a little buzzed from the alcohol. There goes our hike, Elliot mutters, sounding vaguely relieved. Something is definitely up with them. They have been relaxed with all of us, but not with each other. We could go into town, Mia pipes up. Ethan smirks at her. Perfect weather for fishing, Christian suggests. Local fish, Ethan says. Let's split up. Mia claps her hands. Urgently. Fishing or shopping? Jeez, what a choice. Anna, what do you want to do? Christian asks. I don't mind, I lie. Kate catches my eye and mouths, shopping. Perhaps she wants to talk. But I'm more than happy to go shopping. I smile wryly at Kate and Mia. Christian smirks. He knows I hate shopping. I can stay here with you, if you'd like. Taylor should come. She frowns, then shrugs, and for once in her life holds her tongue. I smile timidly at Christian. His expression remains impassive. Oh, I hope he's not mad at me. Elliot frowns. I need to pick up the battery for my watch in town. He glances quickly at Kate, and I spot his slight blush. She doesn't notice because she is pointedly ignoring him. Take the Audi, Elliot. When you come back, we can go fishing. Christian says. Yeah, Elliot mutters, but he seems distracted. Good plan.
Could it be that they wanted to end and slay
In here!
the Roman Republic?
Grabbing my hand, Mia hauls me into a designer boutique that's all pink silk and faux French distressed rustic furniture. Kate follows us while Taylor waits outside, sheltered under the awning from the rain. Aretha is belting out Say a Little Prayer over the store's hi-fi system. I love this song. I should put it on Christian's iPod. This will look wonderful on you, Anna. Mia holds up a scrap of silver material. Here,
stating that
try it on.
resources should be shared.
It's a bit short. You'll look fantastic
This
in it.
attitude
Christian
famously
will
led
love
to
it.
the adulation of the
You
German
think?
19th century
Mia
socialist
beams at me.
revolutionary
Anna,
Karl
you
Marx,
have legs to die
describing
for, and if we go clubbing
Spartacus as the
tonight,
most splendid
she
fellow
smiles,
in the
sensing
whole
an easy
of
kill.
ancient history.
You'll look hot for your husband.
Curiously,
I
upon
blink
reaching
at her,
the far north
slightly
of the
shocked.
Italian peninsula,
We're going
the physical
clubbing?
frontier presented
I
by
don't
the
do
Alps,
clubbing.
which would lead to the
Kate
wider
laughs at
European
my
lands
expression.
the slaves may
She
have
seems more
recognized
relaxed
as
now
their
that she's
original
away from
home.
Elliot.
It appears that the
We should
decision
throw some
was made
shapes this
to
evening,
head
she
back
says.
south again.
Go! Try
Maybe
it
the
on,
prospect of
Mia
crossing the
orders,
Alps was too
and
much,
reluctantly
maybe
I head
change
for the
of
changing
climate
room.
meant that the slaves recognized
To emerge from the dressing room, I strolled to the shop window and looked out, unseeing, across the
when
main
the slaves
street.
arrived back in
The
the
soul
south, having
compilation
defended themselves
continues.
from any
Dionne Warwick is singing
Roman attacks,
Walk On By,
they set up camp.
another great song. One of
Descriptions
my
have been
mother's
made of
favorites. I glanced down at the dress in my hand. Dress is perhaps stupid. It's backless and very short, but Mia has declared it a winner, perfect for dancing the night away. Apparently, I need shoes too, and a large chunky necklace, which we'll source next. Rolling my eyes, I reflect once more on how lucky I am to have Caroline Acton, my own personal shopper. Through the boutique window, I'm distracted by the sight of how she disappeared on the other side of the leafy main street. The large Audi. He dives into a store as if to duck out of the rain. Looks like a jewelry store. Maybe he's looking for that watch battery. He emerges a few minutes later and not alone, with a woman. Fuck! He's talking to Gia. What the hell is she doing here? As I watch, they hug briefly and she holds her head back, laughing animatedly at something he says. He kisses her on the cheek and then runs to the waiting car. She turns and heads down the street, and I gaze after her. What was that about? I turn anxious selves as Mia puts away her purchases. Oh? And I think I'm in trouble for getting you into trouble. You heard about that? Yes. Christian called Elliot. Elliot called me. I roll my eyes. Oh, 50-50-50.
There we go.
I'm sorry. Christian is protective.
Thank you so much.
You haven't seen Elliot since Cocktailgate?
Let's read
No.
out some messages.
Oh. I
Emails
really
received.
like him, Anna, she whispers. And for one dreadful minute, I think she's going to cry. This is not like fate. Does this mean the return of the pink pajamas? She turns to me. I've fallen in love with him. At first, I thought it was just the great sex. But he's charming and kind and warm and funny. I could see us growing old together. You know, kids, grandkids, the works. You're happily ever after, I whisper. She nods sadly. Maybe you should talk to him. Try to find some alone time here. Find out what's eating him. Who's eating him? My subconscious snarls. I slap her down, shocked at the waywardness of my own thoughts. Perhaps you guys could go for a walk tomorrow morning? We'll see. Kate, I hate seeing you like this. She smiles weakly, and I lean over to hug her. I resolve not to mention Gia, though I might mention it to the man whore himself. How can he mess with my friend's affections like this?
Something like that.
Mia returns, and we move on to safer territory.
Lead into things.
The fire hisses and spits sparks onto the hearth as I feed it the last log. We're almost out of wood. Even though it's summer, the fire is very welcome on this wet day. Mia, do you know where the wood for the fire is kept? I ask as she sips her daiquiri. I think it's in the garage. I'll go find some. It'll give me an opportunity to explore. When I venture outside and head to the 3-car garage adjoining the house, the side door is unlocked to enter. switching on the light to fight the gloom. The fluorescent strips ping noisily to life. There's a car in the garage, and I realize it's the Audi I saw Elliot in this afternoon. There are also 2 snowmobiles. But what really grabs my attention are the 2 trail bikes, both 125cc. Memories of Ethan bravely endeavoring to teach me how to ride last summer flashed through my mind. Unconsciously, I rubbed my arm where I badly bruised it in a fall. "You ride?" Elliot asks from behind me. I whirl around. "You're back." "It would appear so." He grins, and I realize that Christian might say the same thing to me, but without the huge, heart-melting grin. "Well?" he asks. "Man whore?" "Sort of." "Do you want to go?" I snort. No. I don't think Christian would be very happy if I did. He waves his arm to indicate we're alone. He strolls toward the nearest bike and swings a long, denim-clad leg over the saddle, sitting astride and grabbing the handlebars. Christian has, issues about my safety. I shouldn't. "You always do what he says?" Elliot has a wicked sparkle in his baby blue eyes, and I see a glimmer of the bad boy Kate has fallen in love with. The bad boy from Detroit. "No." I arch an admonishing brow at him, but I'm trying to put that right. He has enough to worry about without adding me to the mix. "Is he back?" "I don't know." "You didn't go fishing?" Elliot shakes his head. "I had some business to deal with in town." "Business?" Oh shit. Kate is mad. But I know it's not at me. Elliot sighs and, without a word, follows her out. I gaze after them, but Christian distracts me. "You can ride a motorcycle?" he asks, his voice laced with disbelief. "Not very well. Ethan taught me." His eyes frost immediately. "You made the right decision," he says, his voice much cooler. "The ground's very hard at the moment, and the rain's made it treacherous and slippery." "Where do you want the fishing gear?" Ethan calls from outside. "Leave it, Ethan. Taylor will take care of it." "What about the fish?" Ethan continues, his voice vaguely taunting. "You caught a fish?" I ask, surprised. "Not me. Kavanaugh did." And Christian pouts, prettily. I burst out laughing. "Mrs. Bentley will deal with that," he calls back. Ethan grins and heads into the house. "Am I amusing you, Mrs. Gray?" "Very much so. You're wet. Let me run you a bath." "As long as you join me." He leans down and kisses me. I fill the large, egg-shaped tub in the ensuite bathroom and pour in some expensive bath oil, which starts to foam immediately. The aroma is heavenly. Jasmine, I think. Back in the bedroom, I start to hang the dress, while the bath fills. "Did you have a good time?" Christian asks as he enters the room. He's dressed in a t-shirt and sweatpants, his feet bare. He closes the door behind him. "Yes," I murmur, drinking him in. I have missed him. Ridiculous. It's only been, what, a few hours? He cocks his head to one side and gazes at me. "What is it?" "I was thinking how much I've missed you." "You sound like you have it bad, Mrs. Gray." "I have, Mr. Gray." He strolls toward me until he's standing in front of me. "What did you buy?" he whispers. And I know it's to change the topic of conversation. A dress, some shoes, a necklace. "I spent a great deal of your money." I glance up at him, guiltily. He's amused. "Good," he murmurs, and tucks a stray lock of hair behind my ear. "And for the billionth time, our money." He tugs my chin, releasing my lip from my teeth, and runs his index finger down the front of my t-shirt, down my sternum, between my breasts, down my stomach, and over my belly to the hem. You won't be needing this in the back.
Email the show.
He whispers,
At history
and gripping the hem of my t-shirt in both hands, slowly pulls it up.
The best ones
Lift your
will be
arms.
read out. Be sure
I
to
comply,
rate and review
not
the show
taking my eyes off
wherever you
his,
listen to
and he
us.
drops my t-shirt on the floor. I thought we were just having a bath. My pulse quickens. I want to make you good and dirty first. I've missed you too.
This is the
He
History
leans down
of the World
and kisses me.
podcast with me, Chris Hasler.
Shit! The water!
And you're listening to
I struggle
Volume
to
3,
sit up,
the
all
classical world.
post-orgasmic and dazed. Christian doesn't release me.
Episode 33.
Christian! The bath!
The Battle.
I gaze down at him from my prone position across his chest. He laughs. Relax. It's a wet room. He rolls over and kisses me quickly. I'll switch off the faucet. He climbs gracefully off the bed and strolls into the bathroom. My eyes greedily follow him all the way. My husband, naked and soon to be wet. I bound out of bed. We sit at opposite ends of the bath, which is very full. So full that whenever we move, water laps over the side and splashes to the floor. It's very decadent. Even more decadent is Christian washing my feet, massaging the soles, pulling gently on my toes. He kisses each one and gently bites my little toe. Ah! I feel it. There, in my groin. Like that. He breathes. I mumble incoherently. He starts. This feels good. I close my eyes. I saw Gia in town. I murmur. Really? I think she has a place here. He says dismissively. He's not interested in the slightest. She was with Elliot. Christian stops massaging. That got his attention. When I open my eyes, his head is inclined to one side, like he doesn't understand. What do you mean, with Elliot? He asks, perplexed rather than concerned. I explain what I saw. Anna, they're just friends. I think Elliot is pretty stuck on Kate. He pauses, then adds more quietly. In fact, I know he's pretty stuck on her. And he gives me his, I have no idea why, look. Kate is gorgeous. His fingers work. Kate has gone all out to play Rabbi with this evening. Styling my hair. In our hot ordeal. I'm 53. Not the standard time. 2. Christian 55. 2. Anastasia Gray. Mrs. Gray, I seriously doubt it. But I will come and give your butt no anticipation, Mr. G. X. Reason the threshold. His mouth pops open and his eyes widen. Holy crap. This could go either way. Let aside and down to my naked eye. He pauses, gray eyes burning intently into blue. Then slowly he trails his fingers back up to the hem of my skirt. Watching his long fingers move lightly, teasingly across my skin, feeling the tingles they leave in their wake, my mouth forms a perfect O. It's not far from here. He touches the hem, then moves his fingers higher. To here, he whispers. I gasp as his fingers stroke here. Then to here. This is mine. He murmurs in my ear. Closing his eyes, he moves his fingers slowly in and out of me. I don't want anyone else to see this. My breath stutters, my panting matching the rhythm of his finger. Watching him in the mirror, doing this, it's beyond erotic. So, be a good girl and don't bend down, and you should be fine. You approve? I whisper. No, but I'm not going to stop you from wearing it. You look stunning, Anastasia. Abruptly, he withdraws his finger, leaving me wanting more. And he moves around to face me and informs me that I taste good. Real good. I flush. Will it always shock me when He does what happened in the play and that we must go verse something more. Christian seems at ease. He's been talking animatedly with Ethan. With so many traits. His words, whispered while we were making love once, echo in my head. Am I? Oh, Christian, I hope so. I glance over at Kate. She looks beautiful, but then she always does. She and Elliot are less lively. He seems nervous, his jokes a little too loud and his laugh a little off. Have they had a fight? What's eating him? Is it that woman? My heart sinks at the thought that he might hurt my best friend. I glance at the entrance, half expecting to see Gia calmly saunter her well-groomed ass across the restaurant to us. My mind is playing tricks. I suspect it's the amount of alcohol I've had. My head is beginning to ache. Abruptly, Elliot startles us all by standing and pulling his chair back so it scrapes across the tile floor. All eyes turn to him. He gazes down at Kate for one moment and then drops to one knee beside her. Oh my God. He reaches for her hand, and silence settles like a blanket over the entire restaurant as everyone stops eating, stops talking, stops walking, and stares. My beautiful Kate, I love you. Your grace, your beauty, and your fiery spirit have no equal, and you have captured my heart. Spend your life with me. And the atmosphere is oppressive, apprehensive, and yet hopeful. Kate stares blankly at Elliot as he gazes up at us. From his pocket, Elliot produces a small box, opens it, and presents it to Kate. A ring, and from what I can see, an exquisite ring. But I need a closer look. Is that what he was doing with Gia? Choosing a ring, tell Kate. Kate looks from the ring to Elliot, then throws her arms around his neck. They kiss, remarkably chaste for them, and the crowd goes wild. Elliot stands and acknowledges the approbation with a surprisingly graceful bow. Wearing a huge, self-satisfied grin, he sits back down. I can't take my eyes off them. Taking the ring out of its box, Elliot gently slides it onto Kate's finger, and they kiss once more. Christian squeezes my hand. I didn't realize I'd been gripping his so tightly. I release him, a little embarrassed, and he shakes his hand, mouthing, "Ow! Sorry, did you know about this?" I whisper. Christian smiles, and I know that he did. He summons the waiter. 2 bottles of the Cristal, please. The 2002, if you have it. I smirk at him. What? He asks. Because the 2002 is so much better than the 2003? I tease. He laughs. To the discerning palate, Anastasia. You have a very discerning palate, Mr. Gray, and singular tastes. I smile. That I do, Mrs. Gray. He leans in close. You taste best, he whispers, and he kisses a certain spot where his earlier dinner to hug Kate and Elliot, and we all take turns congratulating the happy couple. I clutch Kate in a fierce hug. See? Way to go, lovey, he murmurs. Releasing her, he says, so quietly only she and I can hear, I hope you are fine and mine. Kate has returned with the champagne, which he proceeds to open with an understated flourish. Christian holds his champagne flute aloft. To Kate and my dear brother Elliot. We all am reminded of the first time I drank at his club, and later, our eventful champagne. His frown becomes more quizzical. We were so romantic, and you'd have no trouble remembering your anniversary. Mia claps her hands. I'll take that under advisement. I think we should ask Elliot and Kate what they'd like to do. As one, we turn expectantly to them. Elliot shrugs, and Kate turns fierce. Her carnal intent toward her fiancé is so clear. It's the most exclusive nightclub in Aspen, or so says Mia. Christian strolls to the front of the short line with his arm wrapped around my waist. The 2 glasses of champagne and several glasses of May during our meal are starting to have an effect, and I'm grateful Christian has his arm around me. Mr. Gray, welcome back, says a very attractive, leggy blonde in black satin hot pants, matching sleeveless shirt, and a little red bow tie. She smiles broadly, revealing perfect all-American teeth between scarlet lips that match her bow tie. Max will take your coat. A young man dressed entirely in black, fortunately not satin, smiles as he offers to take my coat. His dark eyes are warm and inviting. I am the only one wearing a coat. Christian insisted I take Mia's trench coat to cover my behind, so Max has to deal only with me. Nice coat, he says, gazing at me intently. Beside me, Christian bristles and fixes Max with a back off now glare. He reddens and quickly hands Christian my coat check. Let me show you to your table. Miss Satin Hot Pants flutters her eyelashes at my husband, flicks her long blonde hair, and sashays through the entryway. I tighten my grip around Christian, and he gazes down at me questioningly for a moment, then smirks as we follow Miss Satin Hot Pants into the bar. The lighting is muted, the walls are black, and the furnishings deep red. There are risks as they head off, holding hands toward the dance floor. Ethan gives him a thumbs up, and Mia nods enthusiastically. Kate and Ellie, their features soft and radiant in the glow from the tea lights flickering in crystal holders on the low table, and I scoot in beside Kate. He takes a seat beside me and anxiously scans the room. Show me your ring! I raise my voice over the music full. She nods in delight and, "Oh, room!" I call out. Elliot grins. A woman with dark hair and a mischievous smile, wearing the regulation black satin, comes to take our order. What do you want to drink? Christian asks. You're not picking up the tab for this, too. Elliot grumbles. Don't start that shit, Elliot. And ogling my husband in a manner to register my protest at being told what to do. Again. I wipe my hand across the back of my mouth. I don't know what you're complaining about. You got to sleep with me. He smiles and his eyes soften.